bone? Would you ostracize? So, that was Aisle 9. It's been 11 years of radio. And I've never played one of my bands before. And I've been in many, many, many bands. And I was digging through some stuff, feeling all nostalgic and shit like that, cleaning up the spare bedroom just in case big, huge pair of titties shows up. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. So that spurred into me, if that's the right term, posting some shit on Facebook and talking to my old guitar player, Sean. So we're actually now, I talked to Frank already today. So there's 3 members of, I'm going to say, because the original CD was kind of a bunch of hired guns. They weren't really true band members. And that was just the developing point of it. So I do consider Sean one of the original guitar players because we wrote and produced a lot with Frank. He was a major part of that sound. He's a big Pearl Jam fan. Tesla, which my cousin's ex-husband was actually in a band with Jeff Keith. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, we're actually considering giving that another go as well as my other new project that I'm going into the studio to record some vocals with for the brand new compilation CD. ROCKmetalTALK.com presents Bands to Burn To Volume 1. We got a brand new audio commercial for that. And the video, it's taken off, literally taken off. It's got to have, between the 2 videos and all the social media that was presented over the past 2 days, we collectively probably got 2,000 views for that. So that, I mean, that's not bad. We're just kicking this back up. We're going to bring it into a media services thing. But you're going to hear a lot more about that stuff that's going on. We got the guys from Swirl calling in tonight to talk about some of their new music. We go way back with those guys. And I was actually just talking about them the other day at the record store because Stephen Piercy came up, and that's where I originally met those guys. Well, I met them on MySpace, I believe, and then they did an interview and came to town. So obviously I met with them and stuff. But we'll talk about their new music. And the Aisle 9 stuff, I mean, I'm going to play 2 more tracks. I was probably at the peak of my talent there. I mean, I'm still a pretty good singer. And I think what I'm doing now with this guitar player is like the continuation of that. I mean, it's a little more complex than, you know, Aisle 9, but, you know, my voice is still as strong, I think. That was recorded actually live, and my vocals were cleaned up and stuff as best as it could. But I was very ill. I was ill for a lot of recordings, afraid. I was having a lot of problems with some types of infections and shit in my nasal passages. I was also in another band that was touring and doing some stuff. So I had a bunch of stuff going on, just like I do now with the record label and all of that shit. I always have my hands in a million different things. I'm very diversified when it comes with certain stuff, but my true heart has always been with music, and I would love nothing more than to build a company around this at this point, because I'm still looking for a job. So all of these jobs are part-time and commission and contractor shit. So I might have made a couple of mistakes leaving a corporate job and starting my own company and then bailing out of that company due to, you know, some things I wasn't happy with and shit. But here I am. So we're starting a record label. You know, some things happen for a reason. I mean, there's people out there who started their dream late in life over again. Has made a small investment and turned it into big things. I mean, so that could happen. I've only gotten one pre-order. The pre-order is up for the CD. I mean, that's a good feeling right there to know that someone's already jumping on top of that. There's bands that are attached to this thing that are very famous, very talented, and I have a lot of close friends in the industry, and I do appreciate every single one of you that do these things for me, because I would do them for you as well. That's just, you know, I can be a real dick, but this is what I do. I mean, I have a passion for stuff. I get aggravated easy with certain shit when it comes to this, because, you know, it's my brand, and I could have sold this for a lot of money a long time ago. And my wife told me, don't sell it. We would have never had to work basically again if I would have sold it to who wanted to take over and, still let me run the show. But I was building a brand. I couldn't let that go. And, for a lot of reasons, we make a lot of mistakes like that. Back in the day, we had several offers for Aisle 9, and Frank just spoke of one with a production company, and he didn't accept that offer either. And we would have had to give up the rights. I would have had to give up the rights to some Lost Appetite stuff, and I was involved in contracts there. But I don't want to harp on that stuff because those guys are going to call in about 7 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I already played Cut Me to the Bone. That's what that song was called. Even Warfly Army, that stuff sounds similar to this. The only departure from some of my stuff is I did some electronic stuff. My Lost Appetite stuff is very industrial. Maybe I'll play some of that one day. That was me doing experimental stuff, and I was good at my craft. That's all I can say is I could fucking record anything on anything, anywhere, anytime. I'm a little different now. I need to be comfortable in certain shit. But I am going to the studio, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about the compilation CD. I'm excited about things going on with the guitar player in Texas. The stuff, that's reviving in Aisle 9, Grindstone Records. It seems like we were a little ahead of our time back then as far as the way we were mixing 70s sounds and shit like that. We were very different from all the other bands on Long Island. When they were raging, we were, doing shocking stuff on stage and still producing melodic vocals and stuff like that. So we kind of, when that was fading out, we were developing a sound that kind of wasn't there yet, and we missed it. We were about 2 years ahead of the time there if you listen to the Millennium Child CD. But let me play a song by this band called Terra Universal. I just got this from their PR company, and they're actually pretty good. I think it's very well produced. There's quite a buzz about them, so I'm going to play that. And then these guys should be on the line soon, so they got about 5 minutes. I'm Jay Stone. You listen to my show at ROCKmetalTALK.com.
Dead on arrival,
All right, I really dig those guys, man. I don't know what it is. I got to read more about them. I like them on Facebook. And then the album came out, so I downloaded it. I promised the PR company I'd play it and talk about it. And every time I listen to it, I'm more and more surprised. So I got to look into those guys a little better. But I am ready for the guys from Swirl to call in. So if you guys are available, let me just check on those guys real quick. And we're going to play one of their brand new songs. So the way I got this, because my iPad didn't charge. It's asking me what my father's name is. The iPad didn't charge properly, so I had to rig up this shit pretty good here. It's actually a pain in the ass. But it seems like they may think I may need the time. I tried to message him and shit, but let me try to give him a call here. This is going to be ringing in the background, so just let me see what's up with the guys in Swirl. Pick it up, DT, pick it up. Oh, there he is. He's going to pick up. He just came online. We may have to call him. Oh, he just went offline. Beep, boop, boop, beep. But anyway, hopefully we can get something going on. I think we're going to try to get something with Franco, and he's like, he can't spend time down here. We're in 3 different states, so